Well, one thing, the first to record is, first successful launch of SLV3. The media coverage in the country was very good. At the same time, what BBC said? India has achieved ICBM capability.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So you can imagine the type of international reaction.
Coverage. Yeah.
That has brought in a regime of technology denials.
Denials and controls.
The US, Europe, Japan. Of course, Europe was not that strict, but USA, Japan were very strict.
Yes.
Many of the orders which placed with the companies there, they refused to supply the items. So the embargoes came. But looking back, I would say embargoes were a blessing in disguise. It has challenged us to develop all those things ourselves. In the rocket technology, we are 95% self-reliant. Everything is homemade.
Yeah.
Whether it is titanium material or maraging steel, composite material, carbon fiber, gyros, computers, all these are homegrown. Whereas if they were supplying, we would have been still dependent on them.
Yes.
Just your automobile industry,
Yeah.
we would have been buying and holding.
Yeah.
So embargoes has helped us. But at the same time, it was a difficult time.
Yes.
We had to do everything from scratch. The materials group here, it was headed by Dr. Mukherjee.
Yeah.
He has got a few youngsters from IITs and all working with him. And they have synthesized almost all difficult materials. Out of that, the maraging steel, it is 5 times stronger than the conventional steel material,
Okay.
which we developed for PSLV. And the same material is being used for the atomic weapon also.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, but there again, we didn't go anywhere else. We went to the Bidani, which is under the Atomic Energy Commission. That plant was used for productionizing.
Okay.
Similarly, Bhilai steel plant, etc., they rolled out the sheets and
Okay.
so the entire indigenization program came like that. Then, the very sensitive element like accelerometer and gyros, which are required for guiding these vehicles, it was developed here in Trivandrum.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Vedachalam, he was a pioneer in the field. He was working with Dr. Gupta at that early days. But he set up a laboratory, inertial system unit here.
Yeah.
We started the mechanical gyros, and now we have graduated to most advanced laser-based gyros.
Okay.
So again, it's a leapfrog in technology, simply because of the denial.
Yes.
In fact, I myself went to procure the gyros from France.
Okay.
Finally, a few of them we got. For the SLV3 launch, we got it.
Okay.
But at the same time, we were struggling to make here, no help was coming.
Yeah.
But by the PSLV time frame, we had our own gyros.
Yeah.
We flew only that. Again, computers. Initial launch of this ASLV, we used microprocessor of first generation.
Okay.
It was available commercially, Motorola, some computer.
Yeah.
Then later, when the PSLV came, a 16-bit computer was developed in Vikram Sarabhai Space Center.
Okay.
Again, you don't want to fabricate. Initially, we went to a foundry in France. Later, we took over the Chandigarh, the factory which was burned down. Oh. So we took over, revamped the whole thing, and now those computer chips are being made there.
Okay.
So everywhere, that the
improvisation
it has made us self-reliant in all these aspects.
Okay. Somewhat like similar to the nuclear program also.
Right.
Okay.
So it is more difficult than that. See here, the type of sensors we're talking about, what you have in the cameras and all today, micron size sensors,
Yeah.
So that is done those days in a crude facility at Chandigarh.
Okay.
And optics, we used to have, there's a unit at Bangalore. The mirrors are polished with hand.
Okay.
To perfection, So like the Aramala company.
Aramala, that's what came to mind.
So those were the days. So naturally, see, okay, now I digress from there. But basically, if you look back, the scientists were not satisfied with 40 kilogram capacity. They wanted more payload to be lifted. So they said 100 kg at least. There's no point in developing a new rocket for that. Well, you recall the policy statement made by Professor, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. He said, this space technology we are developing for peaceful applications.
Yeah.
He has declared even in UN.
Yes.
The ISRO is living up to that even today. Now, as far as the missile program is concerned, it was a parallel effort which was taking place right from the early 50s.
Okay.
The small missiles are being made, and then later slightly larger ones with the Russian help and all those things. And DRDO was the organization.
Okay.
DRDL at Hyderabad, they were engaged in the rocket development.
Yeah.
Now, once the SLE-3 program was over,
Yeah.
I think government decided that Dr. Kalam is the right person to lead the missile development program.
Okay.
So he has taken there and put in charge of the missile development. And he has, just like Sarabhai, he had opened the ground for a long-term action plan for missile development.
Okay.
Not trying to replace one missile with the other one and things like that. So that long-term vision is what made Agni series of missiles. And today we are self-reliant in that.
Okay.
That technology was developed independently by DRDO.
Okay.
There is nothing to do with ISRO.
Okay. Okay.
And Professor Dhawan was very strict.
Okay.
He said, we will not give you anything. We are giving Kalam. Whatever he knows, let him teach you.
Okay.
And he has grown his own people there, Dr. Saraswat, then Tessie Thomas, all these people,
Yes.
they were bright youngsters with him those days.
Prodigies there.
So he has developed a team, developed the facilities, and missiles came in there. So there were two independent programs, and even today we keep the separation.
Okay, but irrespective of the separation, sir, there was some kind of learning which happened, cross exchange of
They
ideas.
also went through the similar exercise. They had failures.
Okay.
Only one series, they combined the solid rocket with the liquid rocket and everything. There are many problems, complex problems associated with that. And they had to solve themselves.
But this very idea of
Only thing
propulsion.
is, propulsion in the sense, every textbook says that. But at the same time, reading the textbook, you cannot make a rocket.
Yeah.
Making the propellant casing, nozzle, etc., very, very complex phenomena. We took several years to learn that. And we are not transferred any technology. But at the same time, some of the people from ISRO, they have participated in review system.
Okay.
Kalam reintroduced the review system there also. So he used to call the academic people and ISRO people, and he had a parallel army of academic people supporting the DRDO. IIT Kharagpur,
Okay.
and like such institutes, So there were many people working with their things.
Okay.
So that's how they have developed. It is their own effort, I would say. Initially, they were trying to copy the Russian missile or American missile and things like that.
Okay.
That didn't go far.
Okay.
But this integrated missile program was very unique, given by Dr. Kalam. And he himself saw that Agni 1 launch is done in his time frame.
Okay.
Initially, there were a couple of failures, but afterwards, it's perfect. There are large numbers deployed now.
Okay. But like the BBC description, various missile programs of DRDO are compared with the similar family of rockets of ISRO also, like SLV-3, in terms of range and...
Why the Westerners came and stopped the technology was, they saw the dual-use potential. The rocket, what we are using for PSLV or GSLV, etc., if it is programmed in a different way, you can reach another part of the world. See, instead of going to orbit, you can go to the ring.
Yeah.
So it is okay. Only thing is you have to master the re-entry
Technology, yeah.
When the thing comes down, it generates tremendous amount of heat. That technology is very unique as far as missile is concerned. And DRDO, Agni time itself, they have developed that thing. And now they have Agni 5 series is there. So, but it's an overkill if you take the PSLV for a missile.
Okay.
See, it can take about 1.5 tons anywhere in the globe. And GSLV Mark III can take 10 tons anywhere in the globe. You don't need that. Yeah, all weapons are about 500-600 kg.
Okay. But in terms of capability wise, that analogy or comparison with ICBM is somewhat maybe at least conceptually true.
No, theoretically, yes.
Yes.
But we don't get involved in that.
Yeah. But maybe, sir, those years, these were not very sensitive matters also, because in the sense, everything was going under a shroud of secrecy. And so even if you had a kind of a exchange of each other's know-how, facilities, maybe like before going to Chandipur, because maybe ISRO also had participation in Chandipur development and all. No. Okay. So, because I
See, as far as I know, ISRO specialists have participated in some of the reviews of their programs. In the sense, the programmatic review, technical review, if a failure happens, a failure analysis review. Such some of the experts have gone and participated. So naturally, the intellectual part of the participation is there.
Yes, yes.
But there's no physical transfer of any document or any hardware to the defense area.
So at hindsight, sir, this whole idea of sanctioning India in the name of space program, it was a completely unwise step by the Americans, maybe elite form.
They have realized it. So now they are coming here to launch their satellites.
Satellites. Okay. So whole.
Recently, that GSLV Mahatri had 36 satellites
Yes.
for the US company.
Yeah.
So the table has turned.